Chandra, Mari, Prem, and myself, Vijay. We'll just go through the presentation.
Yeah, we saw the case and we approached it specifically by the question that was asked, consistent demand creation strategy. And this is a stepwise strategy that we suggest them: promotion, product and process innovation, distribution, and finally duplication to other markets.
In terms of promotion, we have just taken into three main characteristics. One is the communication model, and creating incentives, and microfinancing. If you take communication, generally if you take the villages are more with the tribe leaders are more commonly, like accepted in terms of the public. So we are approaching them to convince the community in delivering this business model, and the local fairs and also the schools. And then if you take the audio-visual media, usually the people these fishermen, generally they calculate in terms of what they know, that is the kerosene. So if we try to tell them that, okay, this is the amount you're spending for kerosene, and if you are going to use these lamps, this is the amount how much you're going to save. That in terms of that, this is what I mean by clear cost comparison, something which they can understand, relate to, instead of just saying the cost. And then in the addressing the community aspiration, that is a scale to increase this in a scalable level, this we feel is very important. And then in terms of incentives, if you take the BOP model of the bottom of the pyramid, the main thing is the trust factor. That's how this model actually works, to spread the message. So if you are going to give incentives for referral, for every referral, if we can either give it in terms of monetary benefit, or it can also be something like charge. The charging can be done for every person who refers. The microfinancing, this is a very commonly used model for BOP. And we are using something called Ease the Lease, which is something we just named it, for existing customers as something like a loyalty. For those who are loyal to us, we can make the leasing easily and reduce the cost for the old lanterns. And then a prepaid card system for water, because we know that water is the main thing in this Ostrom project. So we feel that if we give them a kind of a prepaid system, it will be very good. And then the microfinancing options, which finally we thought was using the local authorities to educate. And also we can claim carbon credits, which can be used in turn in terms of monetary funding also.
Yeah, regarding the carbon credits, Ostrom cannot access the carbon credit market, but they can definitely educate the local authorities how they can incentivize, like the money they get from the carbon credits, they can incentivize as in the form of guaranteeing the deposits of those people who still cannot afford the 50 Kenyan currency kind of deposit for accessing of an all-altern. For the product and process innovation, we are more or less satisfied with the product that they have brought out. It's a very robust thing. But on process, we wanted to make some changes. First is use LED instead of CFL in all alterns. It has already been successfully implemented by Technosol in Latin America. So they should use it. It will make the thing more affordable, especially the old altern. Second, use the excess capacity of the idle weeks. Every 1 month, in the last week, they have the idle capacity. And water is the booming business right now in all the emerging economies, be it African or Latin American. They should invest that time, the excess capacity, into making more of purified water. So it is realign the resources in accordance to the sales of water and recharging account for only 10%, but they were allocating more. So our suggestion is instead of 40 to 6, they should allocate the resources in the form of 43 to 5, which will actually change a lot. Use GPS tracking system. Nowadays, the GPS tracking systems are as cheap as 25 cents a set. And in Peru, they are all being used for the medical access to the poor people. Actually, they can be used in the Ostrom products to monitor the custom concentration, and it will help in 2 ways. It will help in setting up the new O-hubs optimally. So as soon as in a geographic area, the number of O-hubs, O-boxes and O-lanterns reaches 2,000, they can profitably put a new O-hub there. And also it will make the cycle card allocation easy. You must be wondering what is cycle card. I'll explain it in the last one. Distribution-wise, it's fine. They're using a centralized distribution process wherein to recharge your battery and to get water, you need to go to the O-hub. But we suggest use cycle cards for just-in-time local collection near the place of consumption for batteries. Use this card to sell water in the packets of 500 ml. Now it's centralized. You have to go out and like bring the water to your home. This guy who uses the cycle card, he can sell the water, and he will be a local entrepreneur. He will get his fees collections on the basis of the commissions he gets on selling water and collecting the batteries. The The cycle can be operated by battery or manually. It will be easy on the environment. And the branding part, this is the main thing that MNCs face in the developing emerging market. It will be a very good branding vehicle for them. And return of investment can easily be calculated in terms of brand recognition. DOP is very brand sensitive, as C.K. Prahlad discovered in his book. Last is duplication to other markets. Actually, this is the most important thing. This is when the scaling up comes. So regarding the product, we already know it's a robust product. It can be replicated to all other emerging markets as well as developed markets. But especially, the thing to concentrate here is to use the local partners. In the case of Ostam's Kenya the initiative, it was a legal requirement, but I think it's very important in a lot of ways. 3 of them we have noted down here. Faster to understand the local culture, understanding the culture, understanding how they consume the things, and how it, like for example, in the case of Kenya, every 4th week they don't go for fishing. These kind of things are very important in understanding how to promote the product. No, go back. Easier to customize the process. Product is robust, we know. We need to customize the process. It will be easier to customize using local partners. Legal need. And 4th thing, which is actually innate in this, is it will help us in technology transfers in a very efficient way. For example, the repair everything, you need now you need people from Germany to come in, but if you use the local partners, you will eventually have to transfer the technology, which will eventually make the duplication in other markets more economical. With that, I would like to thank you, and any questions?